Okay, well, before the problem set, we have to do the I can statement. So let's do that. I can use the area model in multiplication to show equivalence of two fractions. All right, so there's some things here that we are old hat that we've seen before, and others things that are new. So first of all, the area model. We've used rows and columns before to do area, like length and width, right? So that's something that we're going to be familiar with, and we're going to talk about that today. Multiplication. Okay, multiplication we've been using since mid-third grade, so we've been okay. This word, equivalence, man, that's a mouthful, right? Well, I want you to take a look here at the root word. Okay. Okay. Equivalence or equiv here is equal to equal. And we know what equal means, right? So equivalence, let me just get the AL in there. Equivalence means equal, all right? So two fractions that are equal. Now, we touched upon this a little bit with Mrs. McGinnis's M&M activity and the number line activity that we did before, all right? The past couple days, I think it was Thursday and Friday, all right? So we're going to try to find the equivalence of two fractions. So fractions that are equal, basically equal to the same amount, all right? So we know that a numerator is the number of pieces we're talking about, and the denominator is the number of total pieces, okay? So if I have the number 1/2, here is the number of pieces the whole is cut into. So that would look like this. If I have a cookie, and if I cut it in half, right? There's half the cookie, just like that, right? Now over here, if I've got the number 2/4, well, my whole now, same size whole as here, cookie, is now not cut into halves, it's cut into fourths or quarters. So I know that there's more pieces, but those pieces are smaller. See that? Right here. They're smaller. See, one of these is a big piece. One of these is a little bit smaller. So 2/4 would be 1/4 here and then 2/4. So you can see right here how those are equal. See how they both take up half the cookie, the shaded area? So 1/2 would be equal to 2/4 because they're the same amount. Okay? Even though fourths are smaller pieces, if I have two of them, it's the same size as 1/2. So that's what we talk about here with equivalence, all right? And those are the two fractions that we're talking about. And we're going to use multiplication. So it's all going to come together now about fractions and multiplication and division, that whole thing. So hang tight. We'll be right back. And this time, I promise, we'll get to the problem set. All right. See you in a bit.